Hello everyone, I'm Vincent Tsai. Today my topic is discrimination by Adelie penguin between the loud mutual call of mates, neighbors, and strangers. Before today's topic, I want to introduce this kind of penguin. And this kind of penguin has many characteristics. So I picked some important to tell you. First is they are clonally breeding. That means most of them they breed at the same time. And then they are monogamous. Why is monogamous? Monogamous is like the picture show. One male penguin with one female penguin, and they breed. Yes. And this kind of penguin, they have coordination of breeding. What is the coordination of breeding? When breeding season is coming, the male penguin he go to a place and he established his territory first, and then he stay there and keep calling to attract the female penguin to breed with him. And after he is paired with a female penguin, they will go outside to pick some stone to make their nest. And at the present, when people mention penguin, what will you think? Your first expression for penguin? Maybe most of us will think they are cute or shaggy or this. Yeah, most of us will think they are cute. But on the other hand, this penguin is very, very cunning. Why I say they are very cunning? Because in the daily life, some of them will push their friend to the sea to see if there is any predator under the sea. And then they will bully the other child penguin. They bite them or slap them and even kill them. And look, this penguin, she is going to steal the other penguin's nest. They make nest by storm and she's stealing the stone. Oh, she's evil. Okay. Here is our experiment. Where is our study site? This is located in the Antarctica, capital of Rhode Island. And our study, we choose a colony of 50 breeding pair of penguins. This is a small colony. For us, it's easy to conduct our experiment. And these old penguins we have marked for many years, and we have recorded their breeding history for the preceding years. So this is our experiment step. First, we record the call from the penguin in this colony. We record their mates, their neighbors, and stranger. But the record of stranger is from the other colony. And then we conduct the first playback experiment. And I will tell you what is playback experiment later. And the third step is when the first playback experiment is conducted. After 7 days, we conduct the second playback experiment. And we conduct this playback experiment is want to observe what penguin will respond to the call. So we divide their call into 7 categories. Arousal means that when they hear the call, they will head up or look around to see if there is anyone want to talk with him or her. Movement means that when they hear the call, they stand up or lie down. Control is that when they hear the call, they clean their feeder. And nesting is they move their eggs or their management of the stump of their nest. And display is they look very happy and excited and open their mouth. Speaker is that they will look at the location that where they think the call is from. Encoding is that they will call back to the experiment. Okay. Oh, this is what our experiment conduct. Here is penguin. We will put a speaker out of the penguin's territory for 1.5 to 2 meters. And the speaker have to set at least 45 minutes before we conduct the experiment. This is what consists in the playback experiment. At first, the experiment will have 2 minutes of blank slate. That means there is no sound for control trial. And then we play a call from a male stranger. After a male stranger's call, we play a male neighbor's call, and then their mate's call. But between these of the call, we give them 2 minutes of blank tape. And if the penguin we chosen, he changed the mate from another, he will have another additional test for the call from his previous mate. And then each call trial consists 3 times of repeat and separated by 7 seconds, because let's want to simulate the real situation of the penguin call. And the second playback experiment is like the first playback experiment, but we reverse the order of the experiment, like this. And what we want to observe is, we observe the control trial when the first 2 blank tape. This is what we want to use to conduct the mean value of penguin they react. And then each call trial will observe during the call trial and the following 2 minutes of blank tape. Okay. And how do we to conduct the experiment? Okay, when we get the data, we divide their response into 3 grades. And there is no observation in this experiment. And 1 is when the response we observe is smaller than the mean frequency. And we give it 2 points for when we observe the response frequency is bigger than mean frequency. And this is prompt. And we can, and in this chart, the x-axis is the playback type. That means what we play. For example, it's stranger or neighbor or their mate. And the y-axis is the mean response score. It's what we conduct the experiment result. Okay, and we can see from this chart the response level from different calls, from neighbor, from stranger, from mate, are significant difference. And then for the male penguin, the male penguin is white and female penguin is black. For male penguin, they respond to neighbor is bigger than stranger. But the female penguin cannot discrimination what is the call from stranger and neighbor. And both male and female penguin, they respond greater to their mates. And the male penguin response to neighbor is bigger than female. But in this chart we can see the penguin, they have changed their mates. They respond to their mates degree is just like the stranger and neighbor, and is lower than their mates. In this chart, y-axis is the response score, and the x-axis is what response category. And the study said that 60% of male penguins, they respond to the stranger with only arousal. That means when they hear the stranger's call, they only look around or have their heads up. But 18% of the male penguins, when they hear their mate's call, they will react more additional. And we can see that nesting speakers and calling is significantly greater to mate than stranger. And this is for female penguin. The study said that 68% of female penguins, they respond to stranger with only arousal. It's much more than male penguin. And 68% of the female penguins, they respond to their mates with additional behavior. And we can see the female penguin, they react more arousal, nesting speakers, and calling to their mate than stranger. And in this chart, the bar with slash is like the neighbors, and the white bar is their mate.
All right, 12 minutes. Go to your conclusion.
Okay. Okay, our conclusion is that the male penguin, while they can discriminate the stranger neighbors and their mates because they have the most stable vocal environment. And how we to see that the male penguin they discriminate between neighbors and strangers is from control and nesting behavior.
Right. So Vivian.
In your conclusion, can you explain more about vocal environment?
You say we want to know what's the vocal environment?
Yes.
Oh, I said that the male penguin, they establish their territory first and they keep barking call to attract the female, right? And they are colonial breeding, so many male penguins they stay together and they will listen to other male penguins' call. So they will be familiar with other penguins' call. And those penguins are their neighbors. So they can recognize them.
Sophia.
I want to know
Arousal. This.
Yeah.
This is what category to we define the behavior. That means when the penguin they hear the call and they will they will want to looking for where is the voice from. It's like when you are sleeping and somebody wakes you up.
Howard.
Can you go back to playback experiment?
Which?
This one. Can you explain again what is a male stranger and a male neighbor? What's the difference between them?
You say male stranger and male neighbor, right?
Yeah.
Male stranger is from another colony. It's not this study subject. But the male neighbor is report from this colony. They are from different colony.
Jason.
Why do you choose 2 meter or 1.5 meter as the speaker base?
Repeat.
He say why the experiment choose 1.5 meter to 2 meter to place the speaker. This is this is doesn't mention in the paper, but I think the designer doesn't want to irritate the penguin, so give them a space or to simulate the real situation.
Jack.
Why the nest why did he choose 2 minutes for the black town?
Repeat.
You want to know why the experiment chose 2 minutes for the blank test. You say the control trial or this?
Yes.
I have no idea about it.
Okay, Zara.
I want to know why you have to put the speaker 45 minutes before the experiment. What is the purpose of 45 minutes?
Oh, you want to know why the experiment choose they need to set the speaker at least 45 minutes before the experiment. If you set this speaker and immediately conduct the experiment, maybe when you set it and you will make something to penguin and they will react unknowingly.
Alan.
Can you show us the slides the penguin throw the stone? How do you know that it's a female penguin? Because you say she throw a stone.
This species of penguin, the female penguin of this species, they will lie to other male penguin and steal their stock. This is what I do, and male penguin doesn't do that.
June.
Results. And what previous met, what the black and three parts.
Repeat.
Or you want to know why the previous makes that black has 3 parts. Oh, the black bar represents that the female penguin and white is the male penguin. And there are 4 penguins. They change their mates during these 2 years. Yes, they change their mates.
4 penguin and the 3 penguin is female. And 1 is male.
Yes.
So, all right, of course, the first thing that I hope to see your improvement next time is to improve your time control. So I think the major change I would suggest that would be you spend too much time explaining the experimental detail, which was actually good, but I would say because you talk about this different way of tests, which was actually not really reflected in your data. So I would suggest that you probably just choose one of them and just explain what are the major components in the experiment, like what is gender, what is neighbor, and so on. That'll be good enough. So you have to shorten your experimental details. And at the beginning, I heard you saying, how do you pronounce this? Okay, introduct.
So, should be
introduce. Okay. And your introduction was quite nice, full of images and funny little stories. But if next time you want to make sure you reach your results, perhaps you can shorten some of the funny stories. Maybe just talk about this one. I don't know where. So yeah, maybe this one. I don't remember. But shorten your funny stories, which is actually quite nice. Okay. And then what I found was missing is your research question. So I don't know, after these funny stories, what is the main scientific question that this study wants you to answer? So please tell us, what's the question before you go to the experimental detail. And then considering, I would say the experimental part was really long, but this part actually needs a little bit more visual explanation. When you talk about these slides, you were explaining like arousal means, I don't know, you were explaining, giving some sentences, saying something, but I would say, again, a picture with 1,000 words. So you can give us exemplary figure here, then we already know what it is about. So give a figure here, there, and so on. That will be easy, and you don't need to say that much. And then when you present your data, which you did not finish, but I think it's nice to see that you show the main conclusion. Is a typo here, see? You print your main conclusion next to your data, which is good. However, I realized that when you say that the white bar is male, black bar is female in this figure, but in the next figure, no. Where is it? In this case, this is not the same, right? I think the black is stranger and the white is mate or something. So which means in your different charts, the black and white bars, they are different things. So the easiest way is you just put a legend here to show here. Black is stranger, white is mate, and so on. So you don't even need to explain it, and we can see it. Otherwise, I think you forget. Like such as this one. What's this?
Neighbor.
Yeah, we don't know. So next time, please remember to put your legend. And yeah, so my main suggestion is, you have to cut your experimental detail and make sure you introduce most of your data next time, because that's the key point of scientific presentation, to show the data. Okay, so thank you. So,